Hi, I'm Patrick McIntyre.
And I'm Jesse Combs, and you're watching The List.
And if you want to know why we're standing out in the middle of the desert in the night in full race gear,
you're just going to have to stick around and find out.
I've had a love affair with cars my whole life. I build them in my shop, and I race them both on and off-road.
I've spent years on the auto show circuit talking about cars, but now it's time to get behind the wheel and find the next adventure.
Together, we're setting out to tackle all things that every car enthusiast should do.
This is The List.
Hey everybody, welcome to The List. I'm Patrick McIntyre.
And I'm Jesse Combs, and today we are south of the border.
That's right, we came someplace to do something that you cannot even do in the United States of America. That's why we had to come all the way down to Mexico.
This is something I've been wanting to do my entire life. Literally, when I say, like, I was knee-high to a grasshopper, Walker Evans was my hero.
It's a life-changing experience that has the potential to actually end your life.
To me, I think this is something that I've been preparing for a really long time. Twice already this year, I've kind of had the plug pulled on me from a couple other companies, and it's pretty fantastic that it's come full swing, that I actually still have an opportunity to race. I feel like I was born for this.
This is the 44th running of the Baja 1000. It's a tradition that grew out of Honda's desire to prove the reliability of their new Scrambler motorcycle in 1962. Dave Eakins and Billy Robertson Jr. ran that bike 952.7 miles on and off the road, from Tijuana to La Paz in 39 hours and 56 minutes. Since then, it has grown into a world-class event which includes everything from small-bore bikes to massively powerful trophy trucks, and it still includes the VW Baja Bugs it made famous. It's a thrilling and at times deadly race that's been on the must-do list for everyone from Steve McQueen to us. And from the emails we've received, a whole bunch of you.
My name is Nick Johnson. I work for Wide Open Baja. At Wide Open, what we are, we're a full-tilt arrive and drive program. Everything from hotel rooms to race cars, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 22 chase trucks, motorhomes, fuel pits, driver change areas. It's everything you can imagine and more.
We're here at the Wide Open Baja shop, and this is where they prep all of their race cars, their tour cars, and this one just happens to be our race car.
And this one just happens to have my name. This just got real.
The Wide Open Class 10 number 10 car is powered by a Subaru Boxer engine that puts out 175 horsepower. It has an onboard GPS navigation system, a 4-speed manual transmission, 5-point safety harnesses, 18 inches of suspension travel, fresh air supply, and KMC wheels wearing BFG Mud Terrain TA tires.
Now, before we actually take this car out, Wide Open is going to take us on a special pre-run so we can kind of get the feel for our section of the course, how the car handles, and if we're even ready to do this.
Great, let's go feel it out. So we are at San Vicente, race mile 500, somewhere around there. We're going to go to Santa Tomas today on our little trip, and our little trip involves us getting a feel for the course.
Okay, we're going to be coming up on a sharp R4.
Pretty loose there, huh?
Yeah. That's it. What?
Here's what happened. We started off in the vehicle with Jesse driving, and I was the co-pilot. So my job was to look at the navigation system, which is more difficult than you might expect. You wouldn't think that, but staring at a tiny little screen while you're bouncing all around and you're trying to tell her hard left, hard right, is very difficult.
They got an L3 coming up.
Now, when I got a chance to get inside the car, we were on a Sunday drive for a little bit.
For us to make decent time on this, I really don't think I can drive as fast as you can.
We hit some whoop-de-whoops, we hit a little jump. I took some shortcuts that I didn't mean to take, and we had a lot of puddles.
I'm gonna get it now. Oh, Patrick.
Pre-running with Patrick was awesome. To be able to experience the first time of somebody sitting in the driver's seat of an off-road car is absolutely priceless.
My experience prior to this was watching Dust to Glory, and they talked a little bit about co-driver relationship. It didn't become apparent to me how important that is until today. Your lives are in each other's hands, basically. We're gonna run into Papas and Beer, and we're gonna meet our teammates. We're the third leg. There's a couple of the teams we gotta meet up, and the best way to meet up with these people is over a couple cervezas.
We are 2 drivers in a 6-driver team that will attack the course in 3 sections.
Doc Johnson and Ed Mejia will take the first leg from Ensenada to Borrego.
Seasoned veterans John McGinnis and Rick Skelton will tackle the San Felipe Loop, handing the car to us for the final leg from Borrego to the finish line in Ensenada, if all goes according to plan.
But first, there's contingency, where the car will undergo a tech inspection to be sure it meets the requirements for its class.
Contingency was great. It's a street party. It's all the vehicles lining up to get inspected, and it is just a good time.
The best thing about going to contingency is seeing all of the locals get so jazzed up about seeing the drivers. They actually can talk to the drivers and meet the drivers and touch their cars and take pictures with the cars. The 1,000 is a very important thing for them. It's almost like a national holiday.
Bands and cheerleaders and music and food and all kinds of stuff.
Jesse and Patrick are running from Borrego to the finish line. They got a pretty tough section in front of them. From Borrego up to Mike's, it's real technical. As long as they keep the car moving and don't have any major mishaps, they'll be eating breakfast in Ensenada.
Ready? Jesse? Lights.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you at the finish line.